Bruh. California sues ExxonMobil for misleading public on plastic recycling.
It's ExxonMobil, man.
So California has filed a first of its kind lawsuit against ExxonMobil, alleging that the company has spent decades misleading the public about the efficacy of plastic recycling. My blood started boiling just right at that
Mm,
point right there. The
hmm
lawsuit alleges that ExxonMobil has known for decades that recycling plastics was technically and economically challenging and would do little to stem the enormous volume of plastic waste that ends up in the environment. Despite that knowledge, the lawsuit says the company promoted recycling as a viable option. For decades, ExxonMobil has been deceiving the public to convince us that plastic recycling could solve the plastic waste and pollution crisis when they clearly knew this wasn't possible. California Attorney General Rob Bonta said in a statement on Monday.
Bonta.
Evidence suggests, Jeff, that ExxonMobil was aware of this thing
Mm-hmm.
and that technically and economically, it was all unfeasible. Turns out only
Sorry.
8%, 8, 8 freaking percent of the plastics is successfully recycled.
Are you saying
Bro, you
that
know how many goddamn paper straws I've been through?
a lot of paper straws? Yeah.
Do you know how
Mm.
much freaking shuffling I'm doing around in my goddamn house to put this into this
To
basket,
recycle,
into
yeah.
that basket, and,
Mhm.
and this is plastic versus I'm cutting
I
up the
don't be,
goddamn
I don't be trying to recycle, man. I got a whole, we got, we both got whole recycling bins.
bruh,
We definitely be doing the work on the ground.
bro.
Do
This
our
shit is
part.
fucking useless. Like this, we do all this work. We don't even use bags anymore. These goddamn grocery stores. We have to have these reusable bags. I got them stacked up in the goddamn kitchen.
Yeah. Big is
When
it?
they know doggone well that recycling shit was fugazi the whole fucking time.
Are you saying that big corp is usually honest with us, man? They're always deceptive at the end of the
That's
day.
not the part. That's not the thing. That's you. It's a part of it, but that's not the thing.
I'm probably letting them,
Thing
I'm probably
is,
letting them off easy by saying that, but that's
bro,
not what my intent is.
the thing that really like, the thing that messes with me about it is
Hmm.
the way they make it seem like we individually could do some shit about it. That
Oh, okay.
you know how I feel sometimes, dog. When I like, I've gone places where I put like a plastic cup in the receptacle, and I look over and like, there's a recycling thing there. And I'm like, dog, I'm feeling guilty about it. I go back and I grab my shit and go
Mm,
throw it in the freaking recycling joint.
mm.
For what? You know, I recently just found out actually, like some of these gallons and stuff like that that we recycle, if they have a paper label on them, it's trash already. It's trash because the paper label that's on the gallon, the plastic bottle, even though it
Hmm.
says recycling, you're supposed to like remove all the labels off of this shit. Otherwise, it ruins the entire batch that they may have at the facility
Oh,
because you put a freaking
I never knew that. I actually never knew that.
oh, oh, bro.
Mm.
Some of us out here trying,
Mm,
and it's useless.
mhm.
It didn't. 8% was successfully recycled, anyways.
I don't know,
All
man.
of that,
That's a lot of work, man, to take off the wrapper and that's a lot of work. I don't know if I signed up for all
oh,
that work,
dog, we trying to
man.
transition to hybrid cars and all that stuff. I don't even have a
Yeah,
freaking car. I
yeah,
got an electric motorcycle.
yeah, yeah. Facts.
The
No, I
fuck
mean
am I doing?
you bought that life. I mean, we know our listeners know that you bought that life for real. So,
What is the freaking point? These corporations,
hmm,
Exxon,
hmm,
all of these corporations, they don't give a damn. You know how much
absolutely
fossil
not.
fuels they're burning? How much plastics they're creating?
Hmm.
We talked about the goddamn floating island that freaking the guy at the Trump rally was calling Puerto Rico,
Hmm.
called Puerto Rico a garbage island. But there's a legit plastic floating garbage island between
Yeah.
Hawaii and California.
Hmm.
It's out there flowing, bigger than the
That
state
joint,
of Texas.
that joint is just out there. Yep.
All plastic.
That joint is just out there.
It's been there was some research thing I didn't look this one up, but like it's been a while. Like our brains like have microplastics in them now because of what we consume, because it's been in our food, it's been in our food supply. These microplastics, they've been building up in our system. They're in you right now. They're in me. These plastics will be here
Microplastics.
even after, yeah. They're these the plastic starts breaking down, the very little pieces starts breaking
Mm-hmm.
down because plastics last so long.
Mm-hmm.
The very small pieces, eventually the little bit that does break down, finds its way into our food system.
Mm. I need to look into that further. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
you might want to go check that freaking thing out.
Mm-hmm.
To help reduce amount of plastic in the ocean, they said that people should stop littering. People should use reusable water bottles and shopping bags. Volunteer to clean up shorelines. Donate to organizations that support removing trash. Eliminate unnecessary single-use plastics. Ensure that fishing equipment is not dumped into the ocean. It's a freaking drop in the freaking bucket for individuals to do all this kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
These corporations don't give a fuck. These corporations are. You know how much water it takes to make almonds? And
A
there's
lot.
droughts in
Mm.
California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They got us off the freaking milk from the cows, but now they got the freaking almonds drinking up all the water.
Mm.
What's the point of us
Mm.
trying as individuals that we can't do? It's the corporations. We have to get the corporations to do different practices.
Mm.
When they do different practices, that's the bulk of the crap that we're like that's causing a lot of this climate change stuff.
Yeah.
That's contributing to all of this pollution on the earth stuff. It's the corporations, the individual that's changing from plastic straw to paper straws for what? You wasn't making a dent. Even when you get those damn mailers in your mailbox, they have if it's glossy,
Mm-hmm.
if it's glossy,
Mm-hmm.
some places you can't recycle that. If you might think, oh, it's paper. It's glossy, but it's paper. You throw it in the recycle bin.
Mm-hmm.
You ruin the entire batch. If they had a batch that was like, half a ton or whatever, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if that crazy of a mixture, but like you ruin a whole batch apparently
Mm-hmm.
because you threw a glossy piece of paper in the shit. So that just goes to a landfill. You thought you was recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you go to the store, the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the recycle bin there. You do your recycling like you're supposed to. But did everybody do that? Or did other people just throw some shit up in there, whatever?
Is
That
it more?
wasn't paying attention. They don't care about that.
Is it more?
When they,
Is it more cost effective for companies when it comes to like reusable products? Like, does it like affect their bottom line? Like, to pitch that to individuals to like, hey, make sure you're recycling and all that. Does it? How does it affect?
the
How did it affect? How does it affect big corp as
some
far as
of
like their
these
pockets?
companies, some of okay,
I'm not sure if I think you understand what I'm
it's a
asking,
very
but I'm
I
not
know what
sure.
you're asking.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very cynical answer, and I don't think it's me. I think it's an accurate answer. These corporations, first of all, you have corporations now that try to lean in on it, and they're like, "Oh, we use all recycled material to
Mm-hmm.
create this shoe."
Mm-hmm.
For example, right?
Mm-hmm. Like
I
Nike.
think
Nike does that.
Kids does that. I don't think Nike does with all their stuff, but they probably
No,
do
no,
with
not
some
all.
of it.
It's some shoes they do it with, like some
Right.
of their running
And
shoes.
they'll do that.
Yeah.
You'll have some companies that will but that's just their brand. That's what they do,
It's
right?
more of their brand.
Because
Yeah.
they want to be eco-friendly, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely.
You have a company like Nike, which is a good example that you just brought that up,
Mm-hmm.
that does it. Their bottom line, it doesn't benefit them positively in terms of the production of that shoe.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Their brand awareness in
Yeah.
the
It boosts their
marketplace
brand. It boosts. Yeah.
makes you
Boosts their
think
brand
that,
awareness.
oh,
Yeah.
hey, this company cares. So
Mm-hmm.
now you buy more of their stuff. And chances
Yeah.
are all of their stuff that you buy from them
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna be just the recycled stuff.
Yeah. Nah.
It's gonna be some of that regular, good old-fashioned petrol stuff.
Absolutely. And they're gonna hit you
Good
with an upcharge.
old-fashioned manual freaking child labor stuff.
Mm-hmm. Still
Good
getting
old
that stuff from
fashioned
China.
like smog in these different countries that you're causing for whether
China,
AI
Indonesia.
when you use
Yep.
Chat GPT,
Mm-hmm.
when you burning down the rain, when you the rainforest that's getting freaking cut down to provide, or the diamond that you want from Africa, or the silicon that you need from these other
Mm-hmm.
the downstream effects of all these things. They're still doing all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to buy. You're like, oh, I have to buy a lab grown diamond so that I can help be a humanitarian, so that kids aren't um in these mines. But Zales don't give a goddamn. Jared Jewelers don't give a goddamn. That's where they getting
they
their
still
diamonds from,
they still get them
and
diamonds.
they're
They still
buying it by the bulk,
mm-hmm.
bro. It's the corporations. Like
Mm.
I me, fuck that. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't be as Puritan about this anymore because like, damn, I really feel like I'm getting to a place sometimes. I'm like some of this load is just getting too heavy.
Mm.
Some of this load is getting too heavy, and it's like, bro, this what y'all want, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because you're asking individuals to make all these sacrifices and do all these things, and companies like Exxon is just here lying to us about all this stuff, and they're the main contributors to like the CO2 and all that stuff, and freaking like exploitation of
Absolutely.
the phosphate, like, and they're the big ones that could, if they changed their practices, then we could actually have a reversal of the product. But then you ask them, it has to be all the other companies in their industry. And then now you're talking about all the companies around the world to do it
Mm-hmm.
simultaneously, like,
Mm-hmm.
and meanwhile, I can't have a plastic straw. Um, that's just a scapegoat.
Yeah.
It's just a scapegoat for these freaking companies to not have to do the work
Mm-hmm.
and put it all on us, consumer.
Yep.
So you fine, you can buy all your recycled shoes if you want to, but I hope it helps you sleep better at night, my guy. You're on the right side of history, fine and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't making a dent. That shit ain't doing nothing.
No,
It ain't doing nothing.
it's all about the bread, regardless.
Regardless.